On a crisp winter morning, in the heart of Scottsdale's most exclusive district, Summit Automotive's grand showroom gleamed like a jewel under soft, diffused light. A hush of anticipation hovered in the air, as if the walls themselves expected something momentous to unfold. Into this world of polished luxury stepped Naomi Carter, her breath visible in the cold air just before the automatic doors slid open. She hardly noticed the sun's glint on the Ferraris or the smooth chill of the marble beneath her sensible designer boots. Today, she carried with her more than a car key, she carried her promise to her son. Naomi wore a pale cashmere sweater beneath a well-worn denim jacket, perfectly tailored dark jeans, and a simple gold locket that rested against her heart. The ensemble spoke of quiet confidence, of someone who understood power without needing to showcase it. She paused a moment in the entrance foyer, inhaling a blend of vanilla-scented candles and fresh-brewed espresso that drifted from the lounge area. A quartet played soft jazz in the corner, strings and piano weaving a tapestry of warmth that contrasted the frozen morning outside. As she glided past floor-to-ceiling windows, rows of Bentleys sat like silent sentinels, their deep paints reflecting neon showroom signs. A pair of Porsches, their bodies sculpted like futuristic art, seemed to beckon, daring onlookers to touch. Glass display cases held model cars no larger than her palm, handcrafted prototypes that hinted at engineering marvels to come. Her footsteps echoed as she approached the Maserati trunk display. She rested her hand on the metal, feeling the faint vibration of concealed engineering, an almost imperceptible hum that spoke of horsepower waiting to be unleashed. The memory washed over her. Her son Ethan, age 7, drawing cars with wild abandon on scrap paper, the lines jagged but full of fierce passion. Ahead, in a center podium bathed in spotlight, rested the silver Porsche Tiguan Turbo S. Its aerodynamic curves shimmered, and the subtle red pinstripes along its fenders seemed to pulse. Naomi dared a small smile as she traced one arc with her fingertip, her mind already picturing Ethan's reaction, the light in his eyes when he laid hands on this dream machine. Then came the click of heels, crisp and deliberate. The showroom manager, Ryan Hayes, stepped forward in a charcoal suit that matched the car's sheen. His posture exuded authority, but his eyes betrayed a flicker of apprehension at seeing Naomi so unexpectedly. "Madame Carter," he greeted, voice smooth as aged cognac. "May I interest you in our certified pre-owned inventory today?" He motioned toward a secluded alcove of Lexus sedans and Corollas familiar, polite options canonically appropriate for everyday shoppers. Naomi's calm gaze met his. "Thank you, Ryan," she replied softly, "but I came to see something new. My son graduates next week, and I promised I'd make it memorable." Her words resonated like a challenge. Ryan's composure slipped for the briefest instant. "I'm afraid only I can facilitate a selection of that caliber." She nodded thoughtfully, as though weighing his claim. Then, with a subtle shift, she exhaled and tapped her phone. "Protocol Alpha, immediate executive intervention." Within seconds, a low thrumming announced the arrival of 4 black SUVs at the rear entrance. Moments later, Naomi re-entered, now wearing a tailored charcoal gray blazer that elevated her presence to one of unambiguous command. Alongside her walked Angela Perez, general counsel renowned for her razor-sharp intellect. Michael Chang, HR director whose calm demeanor concealed steely resolve. Priya Rao, compliance officer with an unerring moral compass. And Lisa Montgomery, regional VP whose quiet strength inspired loyalty. The showroom seemed to exhale as murmurs died. Naomi took a single step forward, her locket catching the light. This morning, she began, voice steady. I was disappointed to learn of behavior unbefitting this establishment. Effective immediately, Mr. Ryan Hayes and Mr. Mark Caldwell are relieved of their duties. Her gaze swept the assembled staff. For a heartbeat, time froze, headphones paused on their playlists, styluses hovered in midair, and even the jazz quartet faltered on a single note. Then 2 security officers gently guided the former managers away, their expressions a mix of incredulity and regret. At that moment, Taylor Kim, a junior consultant with kind eyes and a habit of carrying a vintage notebook, stepped forward. His shoulders trembled. I saw what happened. I was afraid to speak up. Naomi's expression softened as she stepped toward him. Speaking the truth requires courage, she said. I am appointing you interim showroom manager, Taylor, and enrolling you in our signature leadership program. You will uphold the standards we set today. A ripple of applause followed, genuine and warm. Angela Perez handed out thick portfolios, their spines labeled diversity, equity and inclusion, bias awareness, and empathy training. These, she said, are mandatory for every team member. No exceptions. The next morning, Summit Automotive's doors opened under a new ethos. Associates gathered in a circle around Taylor, each sharing a personal reflection, moments they had let unconscious biases guide them, and commitments for ongoing improvement. The day's first customer, clad in a weathered jacket, was greeted with genuine curiosity rather than polite formality. Over the ensuing weeks, the showroom thrummed with renewed purpose. Product briefings began with customer stories, clients spoke of family milestones, long road trips, and childhood dreams. The standard specs sheets gained a heartfelt upgrade, a Your Story section inviting buyers to share the memories they aimed to create. Then arrived the crowning event. Naomi wore a flowing slate-gray dress, elegant yet understated. Ethan, beaming in his Stanford sweatshirt, emerged from a midnight blue sedan. Staff formed a supportive semicircle around the Porsche Taycan Turbo S, now draped in a silk scarlet ribbon. As Taylor knelt to present the bow, Naomi stepped aside, letting her son's joy fill the room. Cameras flashed, staff capturing a moment of triumphant unity. Ethan's voice wavered. Thank you, Mom. Not just for the car, but for showing me how to stand up for what's right. Naomi's eyes glistened as she replied, Honor this kindness. Keep your spirit strong, and never forget the dignity of every individual. Stories of Summit Automotive's cultural renaissance spread like wildfire. Industry podcasts dissected the bold executive action. Dealerships across the country requested site visits to learn from Taylor's team. In Scottsdale, where once luxury had worn an icy mask, a warm glow of respect and inclusion now reigned. Summit Automotive became more than a purveyor of high-performance vehicles. It stood as a testament to the transformative power of empathy, integrity, and courageous leadership. Naomi Carter's legacy was clear. The true measure of success lies not in profit margins, but in the respect we show one another.